Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please use your closed caption feature on this video. Throat cancer has left me with a voice that's difficult to understand. So by having a closed caption on, you won't miss anything that we're going to talk about today. All right, so recently I did a video on a Renaissance man in the distant past, Leonardo da Vinci. So today I'd like to discuss a Renaissance man example from the not so distant past. And so today I'd like to talk to you about Benjamin Franklin. Born in 1706, died in 1790. He is referred to as an American polymath or a Renaissance man. A polymath is a Renaissance man, and a Renaissance man is a polymath. It's a person that has wide knowledge in many different areas. Deep knowledge in some of those areas, but a wide knowledge in several areas. All right, so Benjamin Franklin was a writer, a scientist, an inventor, a statesman, a diplomat, a printer, a publisher, and a philosopher. Okay, well, I think that qualifies for a polymath, or a Renaissance man. Not an insect, right? Not expert in only one thing, but has a good grasp of knowledge in several different areas, which is what a Renaissance man should strive for, right? All right. Of course, he's one of our founding fathers. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence and was one of the signatories on that. He published the Pennsylvania Gazette and the Poor Richard's Almanac, which was really quite famous at the time and remains so. He was the U.S. ambassador to France, and he helped secure aid from France for the American Revolution, so very important. His inventions included the lightning rod. I'll have a picture in our minds of Benjamin standing outside with a kite and a key. So lightning rod, and also bifocals, something I'm sure he must have needed. So he figured out a way to get that done. Now, interesting to me anyway is that he was considered quite a ladies' man. Wow, you look at Benjamin Franklin and it doesn't look like a ladies' man. He certainly did not win the genetic lottery. So you have a overweight, balding man, not very tall, and yet he was a ladies' man. Well, that's interesting, right? So what made him a ladies' man, I think, probably his intellect and his humor, his wit. I think women found that attractive, and that was one of the reasons why they were attracted to Benjamin Franklin. So it gives some of us hope, right? Some of us that weren't born winning the genetic lottery, not tall, dark, and handsome, but can still be considered a ladies' man using other attributes like intelligence and humor. Okay. I would like to do one more video in this set. So we had the distant past with Leonardo and the more recent past with Benjamin Franklin. And I'd like to do one on a current day, present day Renaissance man who might be considered today to be a Renaissance man. So if you have any ideas, shoot them to me in a comment and I'll take a look at that. I have some ideas that I'm going to follow through with, and I'll decide on one or two for our next video. So the example of a Renaissance man, someone that we can look up to and say, all right, he's a Renaissance man. I can emulate some of the things that he does. Helps me. I won't include myself. It's a really bad form to call yourself a Renaissance man. Don't do that. If you have to do that, you're not a Renaissance man. So this is something that other people will refer to you as, and that'll be on their own initiative or own accord. And that will come from the way you dress, the way you speak, the things you know about, the manners that you have, all those things that we've talked about that you need to be a Renaissance man. So I won't be including myself in that. All right, please hit the like button, and please subscribe to our video. Helps get the word out, and I love that. I love the idea that men are watching these videos and perhaps gaining something positive, something important that they can use in their own lives. All right, that's all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless.